Welcome to an intriguing journey into the world of Sigma females. Today, we delve deeper into their lives, exploring the challenges that make their existence incredibly tough. Sigma females, an often misunderstood and overlooked group, carry unique characteristics that set them apart. They are independent, introspective, and often find themselves on a solitary path. This video aims to shed light on the 10 main reasons why Sigma females have remarkably hard lives. We'll discuss their struggle with isolation, how they are misunderstood by society, the professional challenges they face, and the emotional burnout they often experience. We'll also touch on how their high standards lead to disappointment, their limited support systems, the constant need to prove themselves, the difficulty in finding like-minded people, their tendency to overthink everything, and the resentment they face from others. Get ready to unravel the mysteries of the Sigma female lifestyle as we take a step into their world. Sigma females often find themselves in a constant battle with isolation. As creatures of independence and introversion, they relish their own company, often opting for solo adventures over crowded gatherings. But here's the twist. While they value their solitary existence, it doesn't mean they're immune to the sting of loneliness. Picture a Sigma female, content in her quiet world, but occasionally glancing out the window, yearning for connection, yet finding it elusive. This isolation is not just physical, but emotional too. They often feel disconnected from society, like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit. It's like being a lone wolf in a world full of pack animals. This paradox, this pull between their need for solitude and the innate human longing for connection, becomes their daily struggle. While solitude can be peaceful, it can also be a double-edged sword, cutting deep into their social life. Sigma females are often misunderstood, leaving them feeling out of place in society. Imagine marching to the beat of your own drum, only to find that the rest of the world is swaying to a different rhythm. That's the reality for Sigma females. Society has its norms, its expectations, its well-trodden paths, and Sigma females, with their independent nature and unconventional ways, often find themselves at odds with these norms. Picture this: a Sigma female at a party, not seeking attention or approval, but content with her own company. Society may label her as aloof or even antisocial, but in reality, she is simply self-sufficient, comfortable in her own skin. This misinterpretation can lead to a sense of alienation, a feeling of being an outsider looking in. The price of being different is often a misunderstanding. Sigma females pay this price often. But remember, it's not necessarily a drawback. Sometimes it's the cost of authenticity. Professionally, Sigma females face a unique set of hurdles. Picture this: a conference room filled with energetic extroverts brainstorming ideas, while our Sigma female is quietly contemplating in her corner. Her independent thinking and introverted nature often get misunderstood for aloofness or lack of team spirit. This could lead to missed opportunities, as her brilliant ideas might not come to light in such an environment. Furthermore, the modern workplace often values networking and social connections, which can be a challenge for Sigma females who prefer solitude and deep, meaningful relationships over superficial connections. This can sometimes put them at a disadvantage when it comes to promotions or recognition. Yet, these challenges don't deter Sigma females. They rely on their unique strengths, such as their ability to think outside the box, their independence, and their determination. However, it's not always smooth sailing. In the world of work, Sigma females often find themselves swimming against the tide. Emotional burnout is a nemesis that Sigma females often grapple with. Picture this: a chameleon, constantly changing its colors to blend into its surroundings. That's what it's like for Sigma females, in a world that doesn't quite understand them. They're the introverted, self-reliant, and independent individuals who often feel the pressure to conform to societal norms. However, like our chameleon friend, this constant adaptation can lead to a state of emotional exhaustion. It's like running a marathon with no finish line in sight. Imagine the fatigue, the weariness, the overwhelming sense of being drained. That's emotional burnout. It's the price Sigma females often pay for their unique place in the world. Balancing their inherent nature with the demands of a world that doesn't quite get them is a tightrope walk, and sometimes the strain can become too much. The weight of constantly trying to fit in can lead to a heavy emotional toll. Sigma females' high standards can often lead to disappointment. Now, this may seem paradoxical. High standards are generally viewed as a positive trait, right? The drive to excel, the refusal to settle for mediocrity. But for Sigma females, these lofty standards can sometimes be a double-edged sword. Imagine a perfectionist artist, tirelessly working on her masterpiece, constantly critiquing and adjusting every detail. Her high standards push her to create, but they also leave her perpetually dissatisfied. Similarly, Sigma females often carry a mental blueprint of how things should be, and when reality doesn't match up, disappointment looms. These high standards aren't limited to self-imposed expectations either. Sigma females often project these onto others as well, expecting them to meet these same rigorous criteria. And when they fall short, disappointment follows. This is not to say high standards are a flaw. They are a strength, but they come with their own set of challenges. The higher the standards, the harder the fall when they are not reached. Sigma females often find themselves with limited support systems. This isn't a product of their inability to connect with others, but rather a testament to their fiercely independent nature. Sigma females tend to walk their own path, often straying from the usual social norms. This unorthodox way of living can lead to fewer close relationships, and as a result, a smaller network to lean on when the going gets tough. The beauty of a Sigma female lies in her self-reliance. She's a lone wolf, a self-contained unit that doesn't need the approval or support of a pack to thrive. Yet, this very strength can sometimes be a double-edged sword. When life throws curveballs and challenges, they may find themselves facing them alone. It's a curious paradox, isn't it? The very independence that empowers a Sigma female can also be the cause of her solitude. Being self-reliant can be empowering, but it can also leave one feeling alone during tough times. Sigma females often feel the need to constantly prove themselves. It's not uncommon for them to feel as if they are under a microscope, scrutinized and judged. This is primarily due to societal misconceptions and pressures about their unique personality type. They are frequently stereotyped as aloof or detached, which can lead to a perception that they are not invested or committed. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Sigma females are deeply dedicated and passionate individuals, but their method of expressing this is often misunderstood. In response to this, they can find themselves in a constant cycle of proving their worth, their commitment, and their passion. They strive to show that their unconventional approach doesn't equate to a lack of investment. It's a dance they know all too well, a silent battle they fight daily. The race to prove oneself can be a relentless and exhausting journey. And for the Sigma females, it's a journey they often embark on alone. Finding like-minded individuals is a challenge that Sigma females often face. In the grand tapestry of life, they are the solitary threads, weaving their own unique patterns, often detached from the common design. Their independent nature, combined with a penchant for deep thought and introspection, sets them apart from the average person. Sigma females are often seen as enigmatic puzzle boxes, their thoughts and ideas radiating a level of complexity that not everyone can appreciate or comprehend. This can make it difficult for them to find companionship or camaraderie among those who do not share their depth of thought or their tendency to buck social norms. Their tendency to be self-sufficient and their preference for solitude can also contribute to this challenge. They are not naturally inclined to seek out social interactions, and when they do, they prefer meaningful, deep connections over superficial acquaintances. In a world that's busy, following the crowd, Sigma females often find themselves marching to a different beat. Sigma females often face resentment from others. It's a curious case, isn't it? Here we have these fiercely independent, non-conforming individuals who march to the beat of their own drum, and yet their unique path can often be met with resistance or even hostility from those around them. You see, Sigma females don't adhere to societal norms and expectations. They aren't concerned with the rat race or climbing social ladders. They're focused on their own personal goals and ambitions, often leading to a lifestyle that others may view as unconventional or even intimidating. This often triggers resentment or envy in others. People may feel threatened by their independence or frustrated by their refusal to conform. It's an unfortunate reality Sigma females face, but it's also a testament to their strength and resilience. In a world that often demands conformity, Sigma females stand out. They challenge norms, they push boundaries. And sometimes, being different can attract not just attention, but also resentment. Sigma females, with their unique traits, face a world full of challenges. They grapple with isolation, being misunderstood by society, and professional hurdles. Their high standards often lead to disappointment, and limited support systems can make their journey even more challenging. These individuals are constantly proving themselves, and finding like-minded people can be a difficult task. Their tendency to overthink can sometimes be their worst enemy, and they often face resentment from others who may not understand their unique way of life. Yet, despite these hardships, Sigma females continue to forge their own path. Their struggles shape them into resilient, independent, and extraordinarily unique individuals. They are proof that even when life is hard, it's possible to thrive and make a significant impact. So here's to the Sigma females, who, despite the odds, continue to challenge the status quo and redefine societal norms. Despite the challenges, Sigma females continue to thrive, proving that being different can also mean being extraordinary.